Hello and welcome to my lab. This is your resident mad scientist Kaiser Ayers, and here I'll show you how to play 3-axis Dark Water Rokket, a build designed around flexing between Cherubini and Izode openings that extend into extremely oppressive boards, with the help of other extenders such as the Codebreakers and White Dragons, while having some form or follow-up engraved with the Phantomite engine. Now let's take a look at the list. 1 Abandoned by Cyberdarks, 1 Werewolf Killer, 1 Daisy Hacker, 1 Amalred Tracer, 3 GX Nostalgia Starters, 3 Wada Koji meets James Bond, 1 Worst MST in the game, 1 Sort of a Leggy, 2 Winter Gloves that you never really use, 3 Progressive Trash, 2 For Your Grandma Made Sweaters, 1 Literal Carbon Based Life Form, 3 Tears of Joy, 1 Almighty Dolphin, 3 Not So Sneakers, and 1 Rock Lady. For our spells, we have 1 Legendary Search card, 3 How the Hell This Card Still at 3, 1 Dance Dance Revolution, 1 Sword Returning Alive, 1 Classy Dino, 1 Artifact XYZ in a Museum, and 1 Yu-Gi-Oh! Equivalent of NASA. For our traps, we have 1 Armor with a Face, 3 Fat Sword, and 1 Skinny Sword. Runs up 42 cards in the main deck. Now, over on the extra deck, we have 1 Real Savage, 1 OTK Boy, 1 Anti-Garment Revolutionary, 1 Guy Saying Come at Me Brah, 2 Headless Final Fantasy Protagonists, 1 ARC Dragon, 1 Light and Darkness Dragon with a waifu and a bear, 1 Sick Berserker, 1 Ghost Bard, 1 Literal Hack and Slash, 1 waifus in a pair, 1 Lavalva Chain Obsessed with Freeze, 1 Trigger Happy, and 1 Future Banless Material. Over on the side deck I have a bunch of other engines and ideas that you can potentially try out, but I personally did not see fit for the build. Now that you have seen the list, let's take a look at how to play it. As mentioned in the intro, you should look at your hand and analyze it. Is it an Izode opening hand or a Cherubini opening hand? Generally speaking, the Cherubini opening hands are safer but less explosive, while the Izode openings are more fragile but way more explosive. After that, you abuse the synergy between PKs, Rockets, and Cold Breakers in order to tub out Appaloosa, Savage Dragon, and Bardiche. Where our extenders should allow us to end on extra materials for Appaloosa, a rank 3 into rank 4 play, more rand hips from Aqua Dolphin alongside some other shenanigans. Now let's take a look at some combos. Now this is the most basic 1.5 card combo of the deck and showcases the Cherubini opening while also giving you about 5 disruptions. Start by normal summoning scale, use scale's effect to dump your cloak, cloak will get you boots, summon boots, make Cherubini, Cherubini will dump Carbonadon. After that use boots effect on grave to get you shade. This will trigger scale, scale will summon itself, then you summon the shade, and make Izode. Izode will get you cloak. After that, you use Izode effect to summon Aqua Dolphin. Aqua Dolphin will pitch the cloak to look at the opponent's hand and rape a card. After that, you make a 3-mat Appaloosa and use Carbonadon to summon Hunter Dragon. This will make you LP. LP will get you Tracer. Tracer will get you Striker Dragon. And Striker Dragon will get you the Field Spell and pop the LP. This is important to unlock ourselves from dragons. After that, summon Tracer with the Field Spell and use Tracer effect to pop the Field Spell in order to get an extra material. After that, summon Codebreaker. This will get you 0 Day. After that, make the link 3, this will get you both 0 Day and the link 2. Make Bardiche. After that, Bardiche will get you Gloves for follow up. After that, make Savage. This will end you in the 5 disruptions. While this combo showcases you an Cherubini opening, this combo will showcase you the power and explosivity of the Izode openings. Start by normal summoning Connector, use Dolphin's effect to look at the opponent's hand and pitch a card, then you make Izode. Izode search a follow-up for next turn. After that, use Izode effect to dump 3 to summon Tear Scale. After that, use Phoenix Blade effect on grave in order to get a free discard order for Tear Scale to dump Cloak. After that, use Cloak effect to get your Boots. Summon Boots, make Cherubini dumps Carbonadon. Make a 2-mat Appaloosa and use Carbonadon to summon Hunter Dragon. After that, make the same series of plays as before. LP, Tracer, Striker Dragon, get the Field Spell, pop the LP, summon back the Tracer with the Field Spell, use Tracer effect to pop the Field Spell, and then summon Silver Rokket. After that, link both away for Virus Swordsman, this gets you back 0 Day, then make the link free, get both of them back, make a Bardiche. Now you dump Gloves and set a Fog Blade. Use Gloves effect to dump a Sword, this will trigger Scale, then use Sword effect to bring back the Boots. After that, you make a rank 3 play of Break Sword in the zone Bardiche points you, pop the Break Sword, this will let you summon both Scale and Boots as level 4. After that, make Savage Dragon with Boots and Tracer, and then you make Evil Swarm Nightmare. This will let you have another search with Boots, and let you a total of 8 disruptions. 2 from the Nightmare, 2 from Appaloosa, 2 from the Fogblade, 1 for Borrowload Savage Dragon, and a potential disruption with Bardiche if the opponent links away the monster negated with Fogblade. Instead of showing like very similar combos over and over again with just some minor difference because of a few extenders, I'll show you some more cute stuff that you can do with this deck. This is one of the combos that can play around Nibiru, for example. Start by normal summon scale and any extender that you have. After that, use skills effect to dump cloak. Summon the boots, make Izode. Izode search a follow-up. After that, use Izode effect to dump free for gloves. And then the opponent is forced to Nibiru or ordered to hard make Appaloosa. After that, use cloak effect in order to get your greaves. Summon the scale. This will trigger greaves. Summon the greaves. Make Levier. Levier will get you back cloak. This will let you then use gloves effect to dump sword. Then use sword effect to get you back greaves. This will let you make a Kirbini, and then use Kirbini to dump Carbonadon. After that, use boots effect for shade. And use Shade, Livier per Skirbini for a free Met Appaloosa. Use Carbonadon effect to get you Hunter Dragon. Use Hunter Dragon to get you LP. This will get you Tracer. Tracer pops the Nibiru token since it's on the middle, otherwise you can't use the Codebreaker engine. Then make Striker Dragon. Use Striker Dragon to get you the field spell. Pop the LP, get back Tracer. After that, make Codebreaker, get your Silver Day. Make the link free, then get both back. Make Bardiche. Bardiche will dump any Phantom Knight that you want, get rid of the Fogblade, then use Boot Second Roulette to summon back Tracer, then make the Evil Storm Nightmare in order to pop the Nibiru token with Bardiche. This will let you have 6 interruptions through the Nibiru. Now, this combo here is a showcase of the shenanigans that you can do with this build with the right hand. Start by summoning any extender plus connector. After that, get back Dolphin and use it to pitch a card off the hand. After that, make eyes out of anything that is not the connector and get any water that you don't care discarding. After that, summon back the Dolphin with connector and use the effect again. After that, make Tear Scale with eyes all day and then use Phoenix Blade effect on Graveyard, a free discard order. Use Tear Scale effect to dump Cloak. After that, make Kirbini. Kirbini dumps Carbonadon. Then you use Cloak effect in order to get your Boot. Just summon back Tear Scale. After that, summon Boot. Make Levier, use Phoenix Blade to banish the Dolphin. After that, summon back the Dolphin with Levier. Make Freemat Appaloosa and use Dolphin effect again. After that, use Carbonadon, summon Hunter Dragon, then do the same place. LP, Tracer. Tracer gets you the field spell with Striker Dragon. After that, use Striker Dragon to pop the LP. Same stuff as always. Make Codebreaker, then Codebreaker gets you 0 Day. This gets you Virus Berserker that summons both back. Make Bardiche. Dump gloves or any other Pentanite that you want, it doesn't matter for this combo. After that, summon back the Tracer, then use Tracer effect in order to summon Silver Rokket, and then you make Evil Storm Nightmare. This will let you use Bardiche in order to pop the Silver Rokket in order to snap a card off the extra deck and use Boots effect to search another Fogblade. Now, going second, your focus should shift from going full combo into simply trying to bait as much interaction as possible with the help of the equalizer and your own engine in order to perform an arc OTK. This can be done in two major ways. One way simply allows you to go rank 3 into arc, and the other one is a lot more elaborate but allows you to get enough attack from arc to one-shot your opponent even if they have a minimal ward. This is basically how you OTK 99% of the scenarios. All it requires is a rank 3 play with 2 Phantom Knights and Graves. Basically start by making your simple rank 3 play into Breaksword, use the effect to pop a card, popping itself. This will let you trigger, summoning both the Phantom Knights in the grave as level 4s. Let you make Reader's Knight rank up into Arc Rebellion, and Arc Rebellion will allow you to one-shot your opponent assuming their board is big enough. This is a lot more elaborate combo that allows you to add enough attack to OTK your opponent with Arc even if they control no monsters. Take a note that it's way more elaborate than just making a rank 3, so you'll probably only be able to do it if you have enough equalizers to down your opponent's interruption beforehand. You basically start by doing the exact same plays as the combo number 2, going for Izode going to search something, use it for summon Tear Scale use its effect. It's basically gonna be the same thing until some steps later down the road, so we will skip ahead. This is where the combo will start changing. Basically, instead of making Bardiche with the link 3 and the link 2, you will make it with the level 4 and the link 2. After that, use Bardiche to dump Forget a Fogblade just in case, dump Sword, use Scale and Sword effect to make a rank 3 play, basically very similar steps. Just rank 4, after that pop the rank 3, your order is just pop an opponent's card if you can, then you make Savage just in case. After that, use Boots to search your Shade, then you summon the Shade, make Raider's Knight. After that, you use Raider's Knight to summon the Arc Rebellion, then use Arc Rebellion effect. This will have you more than enough attack to just OTK on with your own boards with the Rebellion. Now let's take a look at some of the stuff in the side deck. First, the Rokket Synchro and Rokket Headless String Beast package. Basically, the idea behind is that when you have an extender, you can summon Rocket Synchron of Tracer, and then make Hothead with her Savage plus the Synchron, which will net you a way to play around Dark Ruler no more since you actually play traps in order to chain to the Dark Ruler. It's a super cool and unique idea, but like it requires another space on the extra deck, which is super fucking tight, and simply Rocket Synchro is like the worst fucking garnet in the history of mankind, so I decided against it. After that we have Redoer, which is amazing on this deck, but like most of that when I make a rank 4 is due to Breaksword and Bardish interaction, and that was without the trap, so Redoer doesn't have its best effect. It's still a really fucking good option going second, so it's something that you can actually consider pretty damn hard, but unfortunately I had to cut it. After that I have the rank up package with the Kalyuga. Basically I think it's terrible on this deck because you can't make a negate to protect your rank up, so the entire play dies to MST. And I'm not joking. Like the best two ways to access spell trap negation with this deck is either the Rocket Engine, which locks you into dark so you can do the Utopia double play, or unfortunately the Dragoon Engine, which locks you regardless. So yeah, good luck just dying to a random MST. Or a well-timed hand trap because this play is super fragile, so if you know what to stop, either the search for the rank up for Bardish or the boots, basically the guy is screwed. After that we had the Rokket rank up package, which unlike the Kalyuga package, I think is actually really good because even though it's the same amount of disruptions as the Evil Storm Nightmare of Fogblade, this one has a lot of benefits over it. Most importantly, it can play around Dark Ruler no more, as you can just set the rank up and use it when you want, so if the opponent is forced to Dark Ruler, you basically just flip this and checkmate them. And also it has the benefit that it can trigger your Bardish way more convenient. Even though I still don't think it's worth it because the extra deck is so tight for this build. You can only cut the second breakthrough, which I feel is really important going second. But still, it's a fantastic engine, which is a shame that I can't use it because I love Dark Requiem. After that, I have the BA engine, which I'm not a big of a fan for a few reasons. Number one, those three are huge breaks in hand. In fact, you run the third one to make sure that you don't break as hard. Reason number 2. New Space Connector is just the superior starter. I will explain that. Basically, if Tour Guide resolves, all you get is 2 extra material for link plays, which don't get me wrong, is really good. But if Neo Space Connector resolves, you have amazing value with the hand knowledge and a potential that can win you the game. Seeing it out like super poly on their hand beforehand, it's amazing. And also, if Tour Guide gets stopped, your plays will be really awkward to explain to because even if you can have one extender in order to make your BA, you can't just send a BA in order to extend and go off normally because that's not how this build works. But if new space connector gets stopped, all you need to do is any warrior go into Isolde, and the only difference is that you don't have the hand knowledge, which don't get me wrong, it's kind of a bummer, but it's way easier to deal than having to go for miserable hoops in case tour guide gets ashed. Reason number 3, you have to play Curious. Now I must be thinking, isn't that like a good thing because of the Muse and expansion? Yes and no. Because the way this build plays, most of your relevant graveyard effects will be expanded during your combos. So your Curious Mill will be redundant most of that part, and even worse, they will be harmful. Because if you mill like multiple rockets, or like your Boot Sector launch, or even worse, your Hunter Dragon, you basically can lose the game on the spot because your combo will be so mediocre that there is no way the opponent won't simply run over you and kill you. After that we have the Simorg engine. Now I must be thinking, how the hell does this deck make Simorg? Basically, thanks to Raider's Wing, we have an inarchetypal way of getting a winged beast to the field. This lets you have access to interesting plays such as Negation with Mist Valley, or you can be shunned by your entire locals playing Barrier Statue of the Stormwind protected by a Fogblade. For that we have the Danger package, which I decided against for laning because basically I didn't want to cut anything else from the main deck, and also because those guys aren't warriors, and I really wanted cards that either could spot Isolde or Kirbini, or Isolde and Bardish. After that we have the Gamma package, which is commonly run in Infernoble decks, and it's pretty good because it gives you access to negation without cutting too much in your main deck, unlike the Rocket engine. But unfortunately it's not as good as at the end because unlike the Rockets, which can flow really well with just one card, the Gamma package is really awkward to flow with just one card because you end on like a Link Cross, a Mario Martial Marcher, and the Savage, and like you don't have anywhere to go if you don't have another level 3 to make the hero beating because you're not playing Fiber. Without Fiber, you just can't extend that easily into another place unless you're playing Infernoble Knights with PKs, which doesn't make sense for me. It's pretty good, but it requires some major changes in the build. With that is the end of the guide. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe. Otherwise, tell me how I could improve it in the comments below. Hope to see you back again at my lab.